What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Marcus, and I'm back with another video. Today I'm here, got my painting behind me. This one is called The Day After Forever. The reason I called it The Day After Forever because I feel like growing up, things tend to seem like they're gonna last forever, whether it's like pain or good feelings or whatever. Like it seems like it's never temporary until it becomes temporary. So this picture right here actually represents my journey and the journey that I'm on. I just chose to use a woman in the sense of not me, but who is getting left behind. I like painting women. I like their curves. I like doing all that. So I depict women a lot in my pictures. You know, I don't know, maybe mean something. I don't know. If you know me, listen. I get all my pictures from Instagram, and for me, it's not about actually like making the picture exactly how it is. You gotta change it up. You gotta make it into your own if you're gonna do that. If not, you need to take your own pictures because they will get you. The internet is trying to expose everybody. So I just feel like for me using Instagram and stuff, it's just easy. Like it's free modeling. It's models everywhere and they putting it up. So guess what? I'm gonna use it. Cause that's the type of guy I am. When I see this picture, if you notice, there are ships. They're all going one way, which is like towards the light. And if you notice, there's one that's going away from the light. And that one, I feel like it represents me. I feel like people believe, or like society has given this idea that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. There is no light at the end of the tunnel. It's like running on a treadmill. You're running in place. You're not getting any further because there's no light at the end of the tunnel. You're in darkness. Looking for the light at the end of the tunnel in outer space. It's like, no, it's infinite. It just keeps going. You're in darkness. So like a star, you have to become the light and you have to enlighten others. So it's almost creates its own little story and storyline or whatever, but it's really like what I'm living or what I'm going through or how I'm feeling. And I wanted her to look like a princess vibe. You were kind of leaving somebody important behind, and sometimes that's how life is. Everybody can't go, you know? And once you accept that or find that out or realize that, whatever you do to, you know what I'm saying, to get that message, then you will go further because you won't let people hold you back from being great and doing what you need to do. Because I think like a lot of people don't realize how short life really is. Life is really short, so you have to live for yourself. You can't live for your parents, you can't live for your friends, you can't live for your loved ones. No, you gotta live for yourself. If they love you, they will come along with you in your journey. Remember, they are also on their own journey. So if they don't come with you, it's nothing personal, it's just they have to live their life too. So that's what this is. One thing that I do in my artwork now is I feel like I used to paint to please other people and to make other people like my artwork, when that's when I was the loneliest. That's when I felt like my artwork wasn't at its best. But when I started paying attention to myself and painting what I wanted to paint and painting what I felt and what was real, it was easier to paint only because I was more in tune with it. I felt it. So when I'm on this canvas, it wasn't like a hassle. It was, I wanted to be here. I wanted to show these things. And that's what you gotta find. You gotta find your own lane. I don't do this because I want everybody to be an artist. No, I do this because I want people to analyze what they're going through and put that into something and do something to further their life. You don't have to do what society does. You don't have to do what the generation before you did. Times are changing, and I think that's one of the things about humanity that people can't accept. They can't accept change, but change is the only thing that is constant. Either you can change with the times or you can get left behind. And I feel like a lot of people get left behind because they are too afraid to change. When something feels good, people tend to not want to let that go. But sometimes you have to let it go to get further, you know what I'm saying, in your life, in your journey. Most of all, show people. I think seeing is believing, and you can say something 1,000 times, but until people see it, that's when they believe it. But they don't realize seeing is believing is too late. Example, if you look at the sun right now, you are technically seeing the sun 8 minutes ago. They believe the sun is right where it is, but it's not. It's actually lower because the world is still turning, but you saw the sun 8 minutes ago. So you believe it's up here, but it's actually right here, but you don't know that if you didn't know that fact. And who knows if that's a fact or not, but that's just an example. One thing I think is very interesting in my artwork is that I can actually see it progress. With this artwork, I felt like it was actually better than my last one, only because the white highlights, I was able to make those pop more. And I feel like sometimes I focus so much on the dark and making sure the dark is there that I forget to focus and make sure I have my light sources correct as well. So with this one, I really wanted to focus on the light source and, like I said, make her skin come out. And if you notice, she has like a makeup look to her, so I kind of like that and I kind of roll with it. I feel like it tied into the painting more. It's like people hide behind themselves and they don't get to truly be themselves, and so they are hurting. And it's like, no, you can't stop yourself from being yourself. You gotta go and do what makes you happy. Go and live your life. And if you're not living life, you just simply exist, my friend. Going to her hair was originally blonde in the picture, but I changed it to red. I felt like red would contrast a lot with the blue in the background. I didn't want it to have any meaning, so I didn't want it to represent sad or anything, but I just felt like it would contrast and go with the skin very well, and it was able to separate her from the background. I feel like if I would have chose any other color, the colors would have not presented themselves in the right manner or how I wanted them to. My main thing with this is just the day after forever. Like, you're not gonna be here forever. You're not immortal. And once you realize that, you will have a mission, you will have a purpose to change lives. And the only way to be immortal is to live through the people. So it's like Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson may never die truly because he continues to live through his music. He continues to live through the people. They put out new Michael Jackson songs every once in a blue moon. It's like the man passed away in 2009. Crazy, right? But he's immortal in a sense of he still lives through the people. His message is still felt and seen across the world. That's how I want my art to be. I want my art to be felt for generations to come. I'm not painting for the now, I'm painting for the future. So I'm trying to communicate, what is that, 3018 and 2018. I'm 100 years ahead, but I still see the same problems if we don't fix these problems. Just like with my last one with your device is connected. Like, if people don't realize, yeah, you can be on social media, but there is an addiction to this. If you don't realize that and you don't know, how can you fix it? How can you live if you living through somebody else's vision? I feel like there's a lot of people out there who do that. So most of all, with my artwork, like I said, I'm about done talking. Just learn something. I feel like I teach from what I go through, and if you would like to learn from what I go through, cool. If you would like to, experience these things for yourself, go experience them for yourself. I'm just telling you that they exist, and these are things that not only do you need to watch out for, that you need to help with, and help society. I feel like that's all art is. Just keep doing y'all, man. I love all y'all. Tag me on art. Listen, I support every artist. One thing that I do like about art, and don't like about art, is that art is on its way to where people just like it for the look. And it's not about the look. It's how it makes you feel. It's like music, but it doesn't communicate with you. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you haven't yet, go check out marcusjr.com. Box logo t-shirts are definitely on there. This one might be on there, maybe in limited numbers. You never know. If you would like to know or like to keep an update, you can follow me on Instagram, marcusj.art. All that will be tagged. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I just created a Tumblr, so all that will be tagged. Make sure you go check all that content out. I love y'all. Keep doing what y'all doing. Keep inspiring. Keep making the world better every day. Keep progressing as people. Keep inspiring, man. I love y'all. Y'all know what time it is, man. Deuces.